You have to be able to accept failure to get better. LeBron James. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Tuesday Tips with me, Mr. Williams. And today we're diving into a topic that can completely change the way you approach school, sports, and your relationships: responsibility. Responsibility isn't just about doing what you're supposed to do, it's about owning your actions, learning from your mistakes, and taking control of your future. It's what separates people who achieve their goals from those who fail or fall short. So check out these 3 tips that can help you take action and set yourself up for success in life. Tip number 1, set clear goals and take action towards them. You can't succeed without knowing what you're working towards. Setting clear, realistic goals gives you direction. Maybe it's improving your grades, making a sports team, or saving up for something special. Whatever your goal is, write it down and create a plan with specific steps to reach it and stay focused. So if you're working on a big project, break it into smaller tasks. If you want to raise your grades, figure out which assignments to focus on first. If you want to get better at a sport or activity, make a plan to work on the skills that you need to improve. Tip number 2, own your choices and their outcomes. Taking action means owning your choices, both good and bad. Did you miss a homework assignment? Acknowledge it and make a plan to fix it. Are you falling behind on a project? Reflect on what changes you need to make and make them. Owning your choices builds trust with your teachers, your teammates, your coaches, your friends, and your family. It also demonstrates maturity and resilience, keeping you moving forward even when things get tough. Tip number 3, learn from your mistakes and keep it moving. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is how you respond to them. Do you blame others for your errors, or do you reflect and adjust? When you mess up, ask yourself, what could I do differently next time? Then take action. Learning from your mistakes isn't about being perfect. It's about improving every day. As I told you guys last week, I was going to chat with you about my experience in college. It started off pretty rough. I had done well in high school, staying on the AB honor roll throughout that time, which got me a full ride scholarship to Navarro College, a 2-year community college. At Navarro, things were simple. Because I no longer played sports, I was just a student who went to work, went to class, and did his homework. I was so locked in, but when I transferred to Southwestern College, I thought I was ready for the challenge, but I wasn't. I ended up back on the football field, and let me tell you, being a college student athlete is a different beast. My first semester at Southwestern hit me like a ton of bricks. I went from having a lot of free time to having to balance working to make money, football workouts, practices, games, academics, a new girlfriend, and a social life. It was way too much looking back at it now. And I made 3 major mistakes. My first mistake was in my class schedule. I took 3 of the hardest classes I could have chosen for my first semester. 8 a.m. calculus, 9:30 a.m. psychology, and 7 p.m. statistics, plus 3 more education courses for a total of 19 hours. 12 hours is considered a full load, so I was overdoing it. My second mistake, my girlfriend at the time moved to Kansas with me, adding a big distraction because the relationship was really toxic on both ends. We argued and fought over stupid things, and it was just a big waste of time. My third mistake was that I wanted that movie-like college experience. You know what I'm talking about. The late nights, the parties, and video gaming all night. I simply didn't prioritize my academics at all. I chose to do what I wanted versus what I needed to do. When that semester ended, I looked at my grades and the weight of my decisions crushed me. I had earned 2 F's, a D, 2 B's, and an A. Prior to coming to Southwestern, I had a 3.75 GPA, which is basically like an A+ GPA. My fall semester GPA was a 1.74, which was below the 2.0 minimum required to stay in college. So guess what? I was placed on academic probation, meaning 1 more bad semester and I'd be kicked out of college for the second time. And if you want to hear that story about when I first got kicked out of college, check the video in the top right corner. Anyways, that wake-up call forced me to face some hard truths. I had to take responsibility for my choices and make some big changes. So this is what I did in the spring semester. First, I asked for help. I reached out to some of my friends who were excellent students. They helped me with my homework and my study skills. I retook one of my F courses to start repairing my GPA. Second, I made a tough decision and broke up with my girlfriend. That distraction was pulling me away from my goals for the future. Finally, I created a color-coded schedule for every single minute of my day. I planned time for studying, for football, for eating, for brushing my teeth, for literally everything you could think of. I even left some space for social time, but only on certain days. This plan helped me stay disciplined and gave me some much needed structure. By the end of that semester, my hard work had paid off. My GPA climbed and I stayed in college. More importantly, I learned a life-changing lesson. Responsibility is about owning your choices and making the necessary changes to reach your goals. Looking back, if I hadn't stepped up, I wouldn't have graduated, which means I wouldn't have met you guys, I probably wouldn't be here, I wouldn't have met my wife, or experienced some of the amazing opportunities that came later in life through Southwestern and Winfield. So here's your challenge. Take responsibility for one area of your life this week. Write down what you want to achieve, create a plan, and stick to it. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. If you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, and until next time, peace.